Welcome to SATV News. This is Shibala Alam with our headlines. Death toll from the massive fire at a private container depot at Sitakundu in Chattogram rose to 45, injured over 300. Prime Minister urged the South Asian countries to work together in a fight against poverty, had discussion with SAARC Secretary General. 18th session of 11 National Assembly has started today. Finance Minister will present the budget on June 9. The death toll from the massive fire at a private container depot at Sitakundu in Chattogram following a blast on Saturday night rose to 45, said fire service officials and police. There were 7 fire service members among the deceased, said the Deputy Director of Fire Service and Civil Defence. Over 300 people, including police and fire service personnel, were also injured in the incident, hospital sources said. They are undergoing treatment in different hospitals in Chattogram. However, the actual number of injured people could not be verified independently. The Divisional Commissioner of Chattogram told media that the families of the deceased persons are being given Taka 50,000 by the DC office, while Taka 20,000 to the families of the injured people. A team of army personnel reached the depot to help bring the fire under control, sources said. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina expressed profound shock and sorrow at the loss of lives and injuries in the fire accident. The first Hajj flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines left Dhaka for Saudi Arabia with 410 Hajj pilgrims this morning. The Boeing 777 aircraft took off from Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport around 9 a.m. State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism Mohammad Mahbub Ali and several other government as well as Biman officials offered prayers before the aircraft took off from Dhaka Airport. Hajj is going to be held on July 8 depending on moon sighting, with participation of 1 million pilgrims from all across the world, said sources. Of them, 57,585 will be allowed to attend from Bangladesh. Biman will carry 31,000 pilgrims on 75 dedicated flights, according to the Ministry of Civil Aviation and Tourism. Hajj is open to those who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and are under the age of 65. The 18th session of the 11th National Assembly has started today. The session started at 5 p.m. Finance Minister A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal has said was present in the budget in the Parliament on June 9. Planning Minister M.A. Mannan has said that agricultural subsidy will be given priority in this year's budget, keeping in view of the food crisis. On the other hand, the analysts are urging to focus on controlling the appreciation of the dollar in the international market. The Dhaka Metropolitan Police has issued various restrictions in the Parliament building area around the session. DMP in order will remain in force till the end of the session. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urged the South Asian countries to work together in the fight against poverty, describing it as the main enemy in the region. Countries in this region should cooperate with each other. Many problems can be solved bilaterally, she said. The Prime Minister made this remark when Secretary General of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, Esla Ruwan, paid a courtesy call on her at Gana Bhavan. The SAARC Secretary General stressed the need for strengthening the SAARC food bank. He highly praised Bangladesh for its contribution to SAARC Agricultural Center. Ruwan, a Sri Lankan national, said the pandemic is also responsible for the ongoing economic crisis in his country and appreciated the support Bangladesh has extended towards the island nation. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina underlined the need for protecting the environment to ensure sustainable development in the country. For sustainable development, there should be coordination with environment and development. Otherwise, development cannot be sustainable, she said. The Premier was speaking at the Tree Fair and Campaign for Tree Plantation Program to mark the World Environment Day at Bangabandhu International Conference Center. Sheikh Hasina virtually joined the event from her official residence, Gana Bhavan. The theme for World Environment Day this year is only one Earth, with focus on living sustainability in harmony with nature. Education Minister Dr. Dipu Moni has said Junior School Certificate JSC and its equivalent Junior Dakhil Certificate JDC exams will not be held this year. She made the announcement at a press conference held at the Education Ministry on Sunday morning. The minister also said that the respective educational institutions will evaluate its students. The decision has been taken as the authorities will not get enough time to take preparations for the JSC and JDC exams after the HSC exam this year, according to officials from the Education Ministry and Education Board. RMG workers blocked Mirpur roads this morning, demanding a hike in wages. Garment factory workers of Mirpur area took to the streets around 10 a.m., blocking some of the capital's busiest roads, reports our staff correspondent. Confirming the development, Kafrul police station officer in charge, Hafizur Rahman, said that the workers have blocked Begum Rokeya Sharoni, Shaurapara and Mirpur 10 junction. Shofikul Snowtex Apparels Limited worker said that while his salary has not been increased in a long time, the cost of daily essentials such as oil and rice has risen significantly. The Bangladesh Energy Regulatory Commission has raised the price of natural gas at the consumer level from Taka 9.7 to Taka 11.91 per cubic meter, a 22.78% increase. As per the new prices, consumers will now have to count Taka 99 for a single burner and Taka 1080 for double burners. Moreover, those using prepaid gas meters will now have to pay Taka 18 per cubic meter instead of the current Taka 12.60. The Commission issued the directive on Sunday, but it said the new pricing came into effect on June 1st. BERC Acting Chairman Mohammad Abu Farooq announced the hike during a virtual briefing on Sunday. Except for CNG, all the consumers will have to pay more for natural gas as per the new announcement. UK Education Expo 2022 is a big event in Sylhet for those seeking in higher education in Britain. Representatives of more than 100 British universities took part in it. Those interested in higher education abroad take part in the fair. The 5-star hotel Grand Palace in Sylhet is hosting world-class Student Education Expo 2022. The day-long exhibition is held on Saturday at the Grand Palace Banquet Hall in a grand setting to give meritorious students the opportunity to be admitted to various British universities. Viewers are taking a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. Ukrainian officials said Russian troops, now reinforced and backed by airstrikes, attacked bridges and apartment buildings. They fought to capture 2 cities that would give Russia control of the last Ukrainian-held areas of Luhansk province. According to the regional governor, Russian and Ukrainian troops were fighting street by street. At one point recently, Russian troops controlled 90% of Severodonetsk, but reports said Friday that Ukrainians had clawed some of its back. Meanwhile, Ukraine has hit out at French President Emmanuel Macron after he said it was vital that Russia was not humiliated over its invasion. Macron said it was crucial President Vladimir Putin had put a way out of what he called a fundamental error. But Ukrainian Foreign Ministry said allies should better focus on how to put Russia in its place as it humiliates itself. Macron has repeatedly spoken to Putin by phone in an effort to broker a ceasefire and negotiations. The French attempts to maintain a dialogue with the Kremlin leader contrast with the US and UK positions. A small private airplane mistakenly entered restricted airspace near President Joe Biden's Delaware vacation home Saturday, prompting the brief evacuation of the President and the First Lady, the White House and the Secret Service said. The White House said that there was no threat to Biden or his family and that precautionary measures were taken. After the situation was assessed, Biden and his wife Jill returned to their Rehoboth Beach home. The Secret Service said it is a statement that the plane was immediately escorted from the restricted airspace after mistakenly entering a secured area.
After a small private airplane
Now sports news. The match between Italy and Germany was drawn 1-1 in the UEFA Nations League. Besides, England stumbled in the other match. The English lost 1-0 to Hungary. Italy coach Roberto came on the field with a big change in the team that lost in the finals against Argentina. With the exception of the only goalkeeper Gian, the other 10 players were replaced by Mancini against Germany. Italy took the lead in the 70th minute through a goal by Lorenzo. However, 3 minutes later, Joshua goal equalized for Germany. The two teams leave the field with a draw as no goal was scored afterwards. In another match, England lost to Hungary after 60 years. Dominic scored the team's winning goal from the penalty spot for Hungary.
James with the interception. Opportunity for Szoboszlai's 6th international goal, which he dispatches.
Before ending, we'll go to the headlines again. Death toll from the massive fire at the private container depot at Sitakundo in Chattogram rose to 45, injured over 300. Prime Minister urged the South Asian countries to work together in the fight against poverty, had discussion with SAARC Secretary General. 18th session of 11 National Assembly has started today. Finance Minister will be present the budget on June 9. You're up to date so far here on SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.